In this video, I'll be going over some exercises for strong and healthy feet. These may be helpful if you have chronic foot conditions such as plantar fasciitis, Achilles tendonitis, heel spurs, or bunions. This is not meant as medical advice, so if you do have any chronic conditions of the feet, be sure to consult with a qualified healthcare practitioner. And just stay within your comfortable range of motion with these exercises. We're going to be using a tennis ball, racquetball, or massage ball, and then one kind of thick rubber band as well, so have those on hand. I like to use these Tune-Up Fitness yoga therapy ball, the large size. There's also a smaller size. But if you have a larger foot, you could also use a tennis ball, which is a little bit less resistance, or for a smaller foot, a racquetball. So let's go ahead and take the ball on the ground. We're going to get some acupressure, starting with the right heel. So putting that right heel on the ball, shifting weight there. Take 10 seconds to feel stretch right into the heel, or feel massage really, or acupressure. Now let's back the foot up a little bit before the heel meets the arch. So just see how much pressure you want there. Back up a little bit more, and let's be right at the middle of the arch. This time your foot is parallel to the ground. So right at the middle of the arch, doing about 10 seconds each spot. Back up a little further, and now be where the arch of the foot meets the ball of the foot on the big toe side. Since the ball of the foot's broader, we're going to be having a point toward the big toe side and a point toward the pinky toe side. Now shifting over to the pinky toe side. So where arch meets the ball of the foot, pinky toe side. Back up a little more, right on the middle of the ball of the foot, pinky toe side. Right on the middle of the ball of the foot, big toe side. Back up a little bit more. Now, where the ball of the foot meets the toes, big toe side, you may like to use your fingers to spread the toes out a little bit around the ball. Now, where the ball of the foot meets the toes, pinky toe side, again, you may like to use the fingers to spread the toes around the ball. Okay, now let's be under all the toes. Again, you may like to spread the toes out with the fingers. Imagine you're trying to pick up the ball with your toes. Next, we're going to do 10 times rolling up and down along the ball at the center of the foot. Now see what point feels tightest there, and then lower the heel, and then 5 times let's lift and lower the toes with the heel down and applying pressure at the point that feels most sensitive under the foot. Now same thing, inner edge of the foot, rolling 10 times from the heel to the ball of the foot. See what point feels tightest along here. Now apply pressure at the tightest point, lower the heels, lift and lower 10 times. Now outer edge of the foot. Roll forward and back along the outer edge 10 times. See what point feels most sensitive along the outer edge, lower the heel, lift and lower 10 times. Take a few steps, just compare the 2 feet. See if that one that you've been massaging feels a little bit looser or more relaxed. Now we're going to start with the left heel on the ball. So we're going to apply pressure for 10 seconds here. See how much weight you want to put into that foot. Back up a little bit before the heel meets the arch for 10 seconds. Keep breathing. Back a little bit more right at the middle of your arch with your foot parallel to the ground at this point. Now where arch meets the ball of the foot, big toe side. And where arch meets the ball of the foot, pinky toe side. Right in the middle of the ball of the foot, pinky toe side. Middle of the ball of the foot, big toe side. Now where the ball of the foot meets the toes, big toe side, again we could use the fingers to spread the toes out a little bit. And where ball of the foot meets the toes, pinky toe side, again we can use the fingers to spread the toes out. And now, right under all the toes, and the toes spreading out, imagine again trying to grasp the ball to pick it up with your toes. Now 10 times rolling forward and back, right down the middle line of the foot. See which point seems most sensitive under that middle line of the foot. Find the most sensitive point, put pressure there, lower the heel, lift and lower the toes 5 times. Now to the inner line of the foot, roll forward and back 10 times along the inner line. Looking for what point seems most sensitive here. Apply pressure at the most sensitive point, lower the heel, lift and lower the toes 5 times. Now the outer edge of the foot, roll forward and back 10 times along the outer line of the foot. Looking for the most sensitive point. Apply pressure at that most sensitive point, lower the heel, lift and lower toes. And then again, take a few steps around, just compare your feet, see if they're both feeling a little bit more loose and relaxed. So now let's stand with feet about width the hip joints, and let's practice lifting the big toes and lowering the big toes, lifting the small toes, lowering the small toes. We'll do this 10 times each way. So when you lift your big toes, keep your small toes down. When you lift your small toes, keep the big toes down. And the more we do this, the easier it gets as we get stronger and more flexible in these muscles of the feet. One more each way. And go ahead and spread the toes out, set them down. Now we're going to get out that rubber band. And we're going to attach it around the big toes just beneath the base of the toenail. And stand far enough apart that that big toe gets a little bit pulled away from the second toe. Start with your feet parallel to each other. Now 10 times we'll rotate the feet out, spread the toes, set them down, come back to the middle. Rotate out, come back to the middle. See if you can create a little space between the toes each time you set them down. Really spreading all the toes out, the rubber band helping with the big toe moving away from the second toe. One more time, and release. Okay, now a few ankle stretches. They're strengthening as well as stretching. Spread toes, exhale, lift the heels, inhale, lower. So 10 times we'll lift and lower. Feel Feel all the toes evenly pressing into the ground. Strengthening ankles and calves. And next time you lift, let's see about staying up for 30 seconds on the toes. So keeping the heels lifted. Think of all toes pressing down evenly as we get some strengthening into the ankle and calf muscles. Keep breathing. Lower down, take a few steps. Now we're going to do the opposite. So we're going to be strengthening into the front of the shins, getting a little stretch for the back of the ankles. So 10 times each way, alternating. Keep breathing as you're moving. One more each way. Now both feet at the same time, lifting and lowering. See if you can lift up and stay lifted on and balanced on the heels, which is a little harder than it looks. And just march out, get all loose through the feet and ankles. Okay, so that's it for the exercises for strong, flexible feet and toes and ankles. If you do have any questions, you may leave them in the comments. And if you enjoyed the video, please hit like and subscribe. If you would like to be notified when I post new videos, then please hit the alarm bell next to the subscribe button. Thank you.